But despite all of my efforts with the board and everything, your one random-ass guess that you couldn't even remember seems to be the most right of them all. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are here with the, final episode of Ayakashi, is that how you say it? Ayakashi, Samurai Horror Tales? Because specifically, I believe after this, we're going to be going on to Mononoke as a series on its own. But yeah, this is the third episode in a 3-episode storyline. Once again, thank you to Henry for having sponsored these. You're the reason that we're watching them at all. I will say, well, actually, why don't you lead off this time, Lessons? What do you remember? You're the one who had the theory at the end of the last episode.
Oh, if I can remember the theory. I do know that we're going to find out exactly what the cat is and who is related to, because somebody killed the cat. And I think that's what started the thing and is related to the dead woman, why she got murdered. So I'm thinking that someone loved cats were murdered, and that's when the curse started.
Okay, well, maybe I thought it was a bigger thing than what it was. I thought you had a theory.
Well, I guess my theory would be that the first wife of the old man actually liked cats, and he either committed violence against her or violence against the cat, or the cat some cats are very protective of their owners, so it could be that he did something to her, the cat goes to protect her, he kills the cat, and so the cat and her pain become one and the same, right? And that's what attracts the ghost, the hungry ghost, to take a vengeance, right? Because he has a whole secret room hiding the kimono, the wedding kimono, in a sort of very reverential kind of way, right? It's also something that would have been passed to the daughter if she was going to get married. You wouldn't buy another kimono like that because they're expensive, even in the era that we're talking about.
It wasn't a kimono, it was a wedding dress.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but it's not a Western style wedding dress.
No, I'm saying they call it out specifically. They say wedding dress.
Yeah. Yes. So, husbands wear black, and just like in the West, but not coat and tail. So they have that style. So yeah, that would be my theory. Let's go with that.
Okay. All right, well, since you gave yours out, I, of course, have the board where I've kept track of things, and put down my only note for the episode, which specifically has to do with everything that happened. Also, of course, 2 people died last episode, so we just zoom in on them. 3 people. Mizu died, Yoshiaki died, and Katsuyama died.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, mine's less theory and more just a series of things that have happened. I probably should put their names under them because I have to scroll over here to remember who's who. Sato bought the cats, right? Oh, sorry, I've also indicated one more person died. Gatekeeper probably died because he's outside the area of defense that Mononoke... his name isn't Mononoke. Mononoke is the evil spirits.
Yes.
The medicine seller. He's outside the area the medicine seller put up. So I'm assuming he's dead too. Anyway, Sato bought the cats. And Yahei, who's also dead, mind you, he's the one who took the cats. And Sasuke and Yashikuni are the ones that slayed the cats, testing out fake katanas. Mm-hmm. Now, oh god, I keep forgetting everyone. Katsumiya is the one that suggested that Yoshiaki should lead the clan instead of his brother, Yoshikuni, so they have their whole dispute about it. Suggesting that Yoshiaki lead the clan, though, is the fact that Yoshiaki is the one who has all those gambling debts, who led the clan to ruin, leading to his wife, who is actually leading the clan, that since he's ruined everything, Mitsune, who did something to somebody named Tamaki, which is the ghost girl standing in the field of cats that pointed at her, who she said that she would then do everything in her power to make things right, whatever. Actually, you know what? I probably should have just read the note instead of going over the board. So I rewatched last episode and put together a small board of connections of everyone going over why the grudge might be happening. And it seems like none of them matter except for maybe Mizu's Tamaki thing. Though that name goes undefined, my best guess is that the actions of her subordinates were greenlit by her due to Yoshiaki driving the clan to financial ruin, and whoever Tamaki was someone heartbroken by the death of the cats, who then died themselves, and that is the source of the grudge.
There should have been a first wife, maybe?
Wedding dress.
Yeah. And they got divorced. And then he remarried again to, what's her name? Misue. And she's looking for revenge. First wife looking for revenge. That's to tie it all
Wait,
neatly
who
into a
married
bow.
who?
Okay. The ghost girl gets either she dies or is murdered. She's the first wife of what's his name? Yoshiaki. Sakai-san. Sakai-sama, I suppose. He then remarries Misue, right? But it might be Misue who got rid of the first wife in the first place, and that's why she's the girl that points and says, and that's the secret of the secret room might be that all this time Yoshiaki still held a candle to her, right? Right?
I would argue that it
held a candle for her.
It is Yoshikuni that pulls the thing that exposes the room.
Yeah. Would you see couldn't? Maybe he
brother.
knew about his father, that situation. He knew about the first wife and
his father.
It's a clan. They're all brothers, I suppose. No,
Yoshiyuki is the father. I don't know why you're bringing the father up all of a sudden.
Yeah, he said Yoshikuni and not Yoshiyuki.
Yes, I said Yoshikuni was the one who pulled the thing that exposed the room.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying Yoshiaki then. Right. These two are married. Wrong connection then. Oops.
Who? I'm more confused now because of your confusion about what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I was saying
Yoshiaki is the one married to Mizune. He's the one that Katsuyama is the one who pushed to be the leader of the clan. He's the one who also led the clan to ruin because of his gambling addiction. Yeah, Yoshikuni is his brother, who's the one who tested fake katana on cats.
Yeah.
Their father is Yoshiyuki.
Yeah. So, yeah. My whole theory goes out the window because he could have been a first wife to Yoshiaki and not Yoshiyuki. Oh. It still works that way. I mean, he's significantly older than she is, so, and the daughter's pretty young, so, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the grandfather thing goes anywhere.
No.
My initial guess is we're all looking at Yoshikuni, and I don't know, dude's weird. Oh, yeah, every time something creepy is happening, he's in the background grinning his head off, so he doesn't seem to be having the adequate responses to whatever's going on.
He's a creep.
All right, well, I mean, you got anything else?
Nope.
All right, well, I guess that's it. Let's go ahead and hop on in and see where we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Bakeneko no makoto wa anta ka?
Oh, I was gonna mention there was a cat. This cat
Yeah.
is in the opening.
そうか
I assumed it was dead, but it looked exactly like this in the opening.
話してくれ
Also, a butterfly being eaten by a spider.
何になる何になるあれはもう抑えられんのだろうわしはもうすぐあれに殺されるあんたが殺されようが殺されまいがどうでもいい俺は
Because I was going to include that fact that was in the opening with the element that who spilled the oil in the kitchen.
話が必要
Because the only one out there would have been Yahe, who was possessed at the time.
あんたなんだあんたは話す義務がある義務
Yeah, it's a I knew the grandfather was related somehow, but my theory didn't include the grandfather.
私のつもりだった年がいもなく
脅かしてやれと。
100 years ago? Like, what? Okay, I was only a fourth of the way there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was only 4 times the way there. Okay, I mean, I don't think I can be blamed for getting this wrong. Well, to be fair, I didn't get this wrong. I just didn't go all the way because all I did was follow every clue. Well, I can't be blamed for not getting a clue that the show didn't give me.
I didn't get it. Or I think I didn't get it. I knew the grandfather was involved because of the last one scene. Like, oh, he was the one saying your fault.
Yeah, but he wasn't looking at anybody. You're like saying, he said your fault, but technically he was standing in front of everyone looking away from them. He could have been referring to anybody. So I'm really just watching the opening now to point out the cat when the cat shows up, unless he has already gone by.
Yeah.
As I said, I think this is the spider butterfly one. Yeah, spider butterfly. So the cat probably already went by. Again, I had a note about it. I just didn't think it was worthwhile because it didn't. Oh, never mind. That was the cat. See, one brief image of a cat. But like I said, what clue could I have drawn from that? Nothing. And as per the thing everybody has already seen, I put together a whole sequence of events for every character here. Except for the people that are already dead, like Yae. You also have elf ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, show due deference to a samurai. And that's Tamaki. Who also got the fuck out the way.
Yeah, I mean, he is the lord of the area. Of course, white snow equals death.
悲鳴をあげたら
Well, you did take her.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, you did have a wedding dress.
Oh, God.
まるで
No, I think he means of trying to get away, not like
Oh, yeah.
where you went.
かかるような態度で今さら家に返してもかわいそうなだけだ。ならばせめて綺麗な振り袖
And then killed a cat in front of her? Like, where does this go?
食わせることがわしにできることだと思うた。ずっと同じ日々が続くと信じておったのに。
Oh, she died at childbirth?
若い命をさぞ無念だったことだろう。ではその女性の思いが猫に乗り移り化け猫になったと。
Yeah, it's again, it's the connection to the cat. It's fucking me up every time I try and figure this out.
屋敷から花嫁が出ていくのが許せなかったんだ。
See, that makes sense. The
Yeah.
cat thing doesn't.
女の恨みとはどしがたいことだ。お前が言うのか、お前が。お前だと。私は言われてやっただけ。何も悪くないわ。
I mean, technically. Wait, are they the same age? The sons. Because she died in childbirth.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'd have to be twins, right? Honestly, I think I would have stabbed Sato by now. This thing seems to be powered off of emotional energy, so everyone
Yeah.
who's freaking out needs to get stabbed in the throat as quick as possible.
Okay, what did he do or ordered to do?
What did I say? The guy's like acting weird every time. I guess the whole family line needs to die.
Yeah.
So why did it unsheath when he was asking for help?
Because that maybe it's its purpose to help people in need.
No. Do you not remember the last 2 episodes where we covered exactly what this thing required to unsheath?
The truth,
Regret.
regret.
And there's a third thing I can't remember all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a guy asking for help. I can tell you that much. Wow, it wasn't what that guy remembered at all.
No, no.
So the truth wasn't even the truth.
That's why it wasn't working.
What do you mean? No, it unsheathed. So it accepted a non-truth as truth.
Well, it's the truth that the guy saw it, I suppose.
Well, if objective truth is acceptable, then no truth is required. Guys, I think we should just leave.
Hmm.
To be fair, Ghost Cat is in the building. If we just leave...
Also, her only comfort was the cat. And they killed it. I think.
Well, thankfully, it seems like my favorite of the samurai is not a bad guy. The one who went with them to the kitchen last episode. The guy actively being protected by the cards right now, too. It's one artistic cat. Yeah, well, this guy's getting what he deserves. Though I would argue that his granddaughter may not have deserved that, even though I understand it's out of grief for what she went through, that she killed the daughter to get to him. I really feel like the thing to do here is to just let it kill them.
Yeah, but there are other people who are involved.
They're protected
here
right now. It's not going after those people who aren't involved. Not yet, anyway.
久しぶりに入ってみれば巣を
作り
やがったか。
食べられないの。もう持ってこないよ。あんたを養うのもただじゃないんだからね。
There we go. There's where Sato is guilty. Oh, she's dead already. Call it even, I guess. Which means Yahei must have also been guilty of something. Well, he's the first one to die.
Yeah.
Well, technically, the granddaughter was the first one to die. Yahei was the second one to die.
Yeah.
Well, despite all of my efforts with the board and everything, your one random-ass guess that you couldn't even remember seems to be the most right of them all. It is a lot more fucking dark than I expected it would be.
声を立てるな。父上が最近あんたを持て余している。かわいそうにな。寝られちまう。いい子しておいで。
Yeah, I guess our new samurai and the servant girl are just new additions to the house. That's why they're not guilty of anything. Yeah, we knew Yoshikuni was a fucking weirdo, so...
Yeah. Oh, and she gets punished for
I at least wish old man had scars on his hands so we could like try to figure that shit out. We would have been pointing out, oh, cats, scars. But then
I told you the
again,
cat would protect her, try to protect her.
then again, I was looking at his face because he has that scar under his cheek, and it's like, well, he's a samurai. Who knows? Like I said, kill them all. He got my vote a long time ago.
後のことは笹岡目にお任せくだされ。
Well, there you go. That's where that guy's guilty.
化け猫よ、お前の誠と断り、しかと受け取った。誠と断りによって剣を解き放つ。
Okay. Didn't expect the transformation.
I guess he's just not. He's a monk as well as he is a medicine seller. Yeah, that's why he had changed into.
I mean, to be fair, I'm rooting for the demon, so I don't know what to do here. I guess at the same time, it isn't just killing the people that are guilty, well, unless you count everybody that's waiting outside as guilty.
Yeah,
because we saw the courtyard is full of dead people too. What happens to you two? You just inherit the house now?
Probably not. Yeah, I don't think he has any rent to it.
Well, who's going to come to take it?
Also,
literally, the landed nobility is all gone.
Oh, remember, he has debtors. The old man had debtors, so yeah, they're going to go take everything.
The place, sell the possessions of the old family, claim it as your own.
Not really. I think if the debtors are going to come and just take everything.
No,
period.
I'm saying claim the place as your own. Who's going to stop you? The debtors don't have a claim to the place. The debtors have a claim to getting their money back. Sell them their money back. Sell them their money back, or their money's equivalent in stuff back.
If they have that much, you don't know how they already sold before that. Nah, I think the debtors will simply come up with an army of swordsmen and go like, yeah, this is ours.
You know what this is, though? This is also of that time period. Just what you said. Get their swords. Yeah. This guy fights them off. I'm on this guy's side. This guy deserves better. Also her, what her name was, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is a might makes right community. All he can do is, if he has any samurai friends of his own, or people who want to start something.
Probably he's just a low totem retainer, so he's like, he's a Ronin. That's a problem. He's a Ronin now. He can't claim his master's home because he has no master.
Can't. I think what you mean to say is probably won't. Can't isn't the thing.
I mean, he probably won't because if he's found out that he, as a Ronin, took his master's place, yeah, everyone else is like, okay, I guess we can sharpen our blades on your neck now. Because that's the one thing you're not supposed to do to your master, you know? You're supposed to be loyal unto death.
玉木さんと一緒の方がいいだろう。
今度はちゃんと玉木さんと暮らせるといいわね。
I mean, you killed him, so probably not.
もうこの家は終わりじゃ。わしが守ってきたもの、何もかもすべて。わしはたばかってなどおらん。あれは誠の話だ。
そうさ。これがあんたの誠。あんたの守ってきたもんだ。よーく見るがいいさ。これからどうするんだ？どこへ行く？それは俺に聞くことじゃなくて、小田島様、あんたが一番考えなきゃいけないことじゃないのかい？
私
I don't know. I expected them to be characters moving forwards.
もうここにはいられません。
俺は、いや、どうしろって言ってるわけじゃない。誰も誰かを縛ったり命じたりはできないからな。
That's a pretty interesting concept.
今日のこし入れは一体どうなっちまったんだい？
They would say those guys are just fucking sitting outside waiting for a day or
Yeah.
two. I guess maybe implying that the gate guy isn't dead.
こっちよ。
さっきから
Yeah, no, he's alive. I marked him as dead too soon.
That's Kyoto, I think.
I don't think so.
いや、
By the tower. Yeah. He went back to where she belongs. With her family spirits, I suppose.
I am of mixed thoughts.
It's a great story. Yes, I know the whole thing at the end shouldn't have surprised me what the son did, but
Well,
in this situation, I mean, it just fits.
Again,
The
I'm
whole
of mixed
creepy vibe.
mixed thoughts here because the ending, amazing. It was a great ending. The previous 2 episodes where we learned about everybody and did not get an opportunity really to figure out what the fuck was going on. I do not think there was enough connective tissue that a reasonably intelligent person could figure this out. I'm not going to put the level to myself. Like, I'm going to say, you have to make it so I can figure it out. I don't think somebody smarter than me could have put all this together. I think you have to be an expert in, like, yokai to be able to know what the hell was going on.
Well, I think what triggered because this was building up, and I think it was building up. Maybe he started gambling away. Well, it's a curse on the family, basically. The old man.
It has nothing to do with the gambling thing. That guy was never indicated in any of this, although weirdly he was killed. So I don't know. Maybe they just chose not to show it because he was dead before the episode started. But his gambling had nothing to do with it other than the fact that it may have caused them to then buy cheap katanas that then needed to be checked on the hides of cats. Like, but that is like also cats that have nothing to do with the cat. Unless maybe that's where that cat came from. But that would seem to also indicate that happened after this cat showed up. Because he looked way younger in the flashback of him doing his dirty deed at the end. So it would not imply that it happens in this time frame.
No. I mean, basically what he said was like, what are cats for? Cats are for that, right? And maybe that's where the kid came from. It's his mother got murdered by, one of these guys.
No, it's literally Griffin, I'm calling you Griffin. You got me so upset there for a second. Yeah, I'm saying you're messing me up. I just told you. That was my whole thing that I was just talking about the time frame of where the cats would come from and how it couldn't have been where that cat came from. And then you instantly were like, yeah, but maybe that's where that cat came from. Like, I just got done telling you that doesn't pan out. He's
Well,
too
it
young
could.
back then versus when the other brother got made in charge. So this is before that. That cat came here on its own. No, I'm saying what we would put out that's maybe where that cat came from makes a lot of sense to if you wanted to connect that narratively. But it doesn't pan out to this guy gambled our fortunes away.
Oh no,
And
no, the
now-
whole gambling. I mean, I think the gambling just is an example of how corrupt.
No. The
people
gambling
were.
our fortunes away part indicates
Yeah.
where they start doing the cats because we need to test our fake katanas on these cats because we can only buy fake katanas because you gamble. All of that comes as a result of this guy gambling everything away. So the cats, buying the cats and everything, is as a result of that. And that doesn't happen until that guy takes over, which is well after them being young and this all happening downstairs. Also, not for nothing, how could you afford to buy fucking cats if you're that broke?
I mean, I don't think those cats are very expensive in this era compared to today to keep.
They said they had very thick enough hides to be a good test for katanas. If that's true, then everyone's buying hides, which means that any animal that you could buy would be valuable enough. Again, my problem is the facet that every clue that was given to us wasn't a clue at all. Nothing until the very end told us anything. I have listened to everything Old Man said, and everything he said only had to do with not making a not a mockery, a mess in front of the dead daughter.
Yeah,
which is not a clue. I understand someone's going to probably come back at this as like, this is not really a thing that you're supposed to be trying to figure out. And it's like, well, if it's not, then what am I supposed to be doing?
So, so the wife was into it, but the wife of the gambler was into torturing this girl as well. So everybody got into torturing this girl.
I don't remember seeing her in the flashback.
No, she does. It's like, she says, you're not going to eat?
No, that was Sato. Again, that's why I kept. You're not paying attention when I talked. That was Sato, the woman that was in charge of ordering the other girl around, who was subordinate to Mizune. See, I'm not even looking at the board. This is all the top of the head. Subordinate to Mizune, who was the wife of the gambler brother who took charge of the clan. See, again, that's why I had that little sideboard with the arrows pointing at everybody. Goes really good at keeping track of all that stuff. Even though I can't remember anyone's names other than the people I'm actively arguing about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She didn't show up there, which is, again, just like Yahei. He wasn't there in the flashback either, but I assume they're just not showing us flashbacks of the people who are guilty of stuff who are already dead. Because Yahei died first. Mizune died same episode, saying that she would make up for it, which implying that she knew what had happened. But then again, we already got like a walkover of the courtyard and everyone being dead in the courtyard. That, if you don't remember, you in the audience as well, that was the episode 2 thing where I said I don't know if I'm looking at art on the wall or an actual scene. I guess at some point I decided that was an actual scene.
Yeah. Well, motherfuckers got what they deserved. That's for sure. Don't have to like it. You just have to take your medicine.
Again, for me, it's just I don't know why the last 2 episodes needed to exist.
I think it's more for the tension, for the building horror of just this thing keep pushing and pushing, and until if the truth is not revealed, then this thing is it's gonna kill them all, right? So putting up to the last minute where the sword finally gets unleashed is like, okay, now we're gonna do it, right? So because
but that was this episode. Literally, this episode started in the tension.
Yeah, but you set it up by having sort of the walls and this thing, having to form into retreat, and so having to retreat to this chamber.
Okay, so you've justified one more episode. There's still 3 episodes. Right, so you've justified 2 of these episodes existing.
And then the first, so I think one of those episodes doesn't need the setup episode, the charging episode, and then this episode. That's it. So 3 or 4.
I would argue that you could reduce the time of the fight and probably some of the hallway scene. Because we keep flashing back to the hallway to see everybody there and their reactions to the flashbacks that we're seeing and everything. You could cut that down and put a real succinct tension building at the start of the episode. And really narrow it down to one episode.
I think you would still need two. You need at least one to introduce a situation, and then finally the rush and the final fight. I wouldn't.
Also, the episode you said was required was the episode that they go to the kitchen to get sake and salt.
Yeah, to make the barriers
and to have something to drink. Which also introduces I slipped on the oil, which counts to nothing, by the way. Again, it was something I had in my notes when I had written down that the cat was in the opening, and then nothing comes of it. No, remember I was talking about it during the reaction, was the fact that, she goes, who even did this? And I'm thinking to myself, well, Yahei was the only one out and about, but he was currently being possessed by the demon at the time. Why did the demon pour oil? Oh, no, didn't do it or didn't explain it. Those are your two options.
I mean, the oil could have served to break the salt.
No. The salt kind of blows away. When it's there and they're freaking out, again, this is why I said everyone who's freaking out needs to be stabbed in the neck, because they're giving the demon power by freaking out. You're going to kill us all. It's literally one of those, you're freaking out in a sealed room, and you're going to kill somebody. One of those moves. So, someone's freaking out, and you see the camera goes to like one of the salt piles that's in the row, and it's just like, and it's gone. So it's not even oil. Not that I understand what you mean by that, because when they do pour oil on the salt.
Well, the thing is to break the line. So if you manage to break the line with anything, salt or blow
I mean, that also I feel like goes against the rules, because if you can just mess with the salt, then what good is the salt?
Yeah, you couldn't touch it directly. That's kind of breaks it. But if you use something,
that's what I'm saying. Literally, like, hey, imagine that if it was the one. God, what's something else that's can't cross a salt line? Vampires. Feel like that's a thing. I'm just saying, imagine any other thing that can't cross a salt line, and you like do that, and they're like, okay, hold on a second. Just push the salt out of the way with a stick. You're like, well, fuck, this didn't even buy me any time. It's like it'd be such a stub. God, I'm stuttering out of anger. Not even out of anger, just like energy. It's such a stupid fucking thing. Nobody would bother with salt if you could just pick up a thing and move it out of the way. Like, salt, playing card, like I do with cocaine. There we go, out of the way. If you could just blow the salt out of the way, why would he waste, 5 minutes of screen time pouring salt?
Also to show that this demon is more powerful than whatever the thing could, it's not. If the demon can just blow the salt away, then it's like, this is no ordinary demon. This is a very powerful demon, right?
Unfortunately, it's also the first demon, which gives us no measure to, are they able to do this? Because it just did.
I mean, he also blew through the sutras that he put up on the walls and everything as well. So
I think what it does is makes the medicine seller look not good. It's like, we got to do this to stop this. And it's like, it just went through that. Oh, thank God I put the mantras on the walls. Oh, it just went through that. Shit, actually, I'm not very good at this, am I?
I mean, again, depends on the power level he's dealing with.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's the first one. Okay, imagine the first time you saw Worf on Star Trek was literally him getting chucked through a wall. You would think, oh man, this Worf guy is not good in a fight. As opposed to, you're supposed to think Worf is good in a fight. That's why you put him up against strong people. You don't do the first time you're supposed to think somebody's good at something, make them look bad at it.
This is... Okay, is this separate from the series?
Which one?
Right, Mononoke.
Separate from. I think this is like the Simpsons on what's her name show.
Oh, okay. So it was something apart, something else, and then Mononoke got spun out of this.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. So this is like, I don't remember what happened in the Simpsons Tracy Ullman show. I don't remember what happens on the Simpsons. Tracy Ullman era, but that is what spins off the Simpsons, and they are essentially the same people. So this is a story of medicine seller. I don't know what to call him. This is a story of medicine seller before he gets his own show, but I assume it's still going to be the same character.
He's an exorcist. That's what he is. He uses medicine seller as, I guess, a way to survive and go places. He needs food and water.
Well, no,
yes.
I'm not confused about what he is. I'm confused about what to call him. And the only thing people call him right now is medicine seller.
Yeah, medicine seller, yeah. Traveling apothecary.
Well, medicine seller. We don't have to make up names for him. They already goes by medicine seller.
I mean, but that's what he is.
Okay, but he doesn't call himself an apothecary. He also doesn't call himself a traveler. He just calls himself medicine seller. Other people call him medicine seller. It's like if I just start calling you Steve. Well, I know Steves. You look like a Steve. It's like, sure. Get out. You wouldn't just go with it. I mean, my name is Lessons Online. Lessons learned if you're formal.
Yeah.
I would come up with a if you're freaky joke, but I don't know where to go with that with lessons. I mean,
Let's not.
I'm just saying you're making up a name for him. It's basically like you opened a thesaurus. It's like, why? He's not doing it.
That's what he is. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's like
Sure, he's a doctor without borders. Like, why are we calling him that? No, we're not. I'm just thesaurusing my way through it. Why? He's a traveling apothecary. Don't defend the fact you're just thesaurusing him.
It's harmless.
Yeah, you say that. But one episode down the line where there's a fucking apothecary and the medicine seller, and it becomes confusing. Because for 5 episodes, you decided to go, traveling apothecary. Ah, shit, the medicine seller's got to save the traveling apothecary. Who also doesn't have a name for some reason. It's that old argument that we had before that words have meanings, and then we argued for like a year about different meanings of words. But in this specific case, it's a proper noun, so I think we have to use it in the relation that's given. The dude responds to it, kind of like Iron Claw. When you have the anonymous gift, you have to essentially just answer to whatever people call you. You can't give a name for yourself. People call him medicine seller, so we have to call him medicine seller.
Okay.
And I guess lastly, it's in capitals, implying that it is a proper noun.
Or a title.
I don't know that you capitalize. Well, I guess you do sometimes.
The medicine man, right? Not just a medicine man, he's the medicine man.
I appreciate that you did agree with me and then still changed an element of his name regardless.
I mean, that's why you capitalize it if it's
I just mean that it's like medicine seller, medicine seller, medicine seller. Yeah, I guess it could be the medicine man. Oh, fuck you. I got you on one word.
The medicine seller, yeah.
Yeah, he's made of medicine. He didn't sell it. I'm getting rid of that part of his name. He's a medicine man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, final thought.
Liked it. It was dark, but I think it was appropriately dark. And we were spared, shall we say, certain imagery that I could use without.
I mean, it was so heavily implied that I can't believe you wouldn't imagine it on your own.
True, but so someone else would have gone like, "Oh, by the way," I was like, "No, I don't need to see it. I get the gist of it. Don't worry about it."
I would say I think they could have set up the darkness a little bit better too. Like, it didn't feel like it almost felt out of nowhere because
these people. The thing is that these people come out as being incompetent and comical, right? Like it's just being bored rich people, But I think the idea is that bored rich people get to be bored and rich. Because they're not nice people, right? You don't get to be bored and rich just by happenstance.
I mean, that goes to the argument that there's no good rich people.
Yeah, I think what does the medicine seller say at the end? No one should be giving orders to anyone else. He's an anarchist, basically. He's like, nobody should be ordering people any around.
I mean,
people should be free to do whatever you want.
That is a comment made in a vacuum.
Not really.
There are people that should give orders to other people, specifically like people in charge who know what to do. Say, okay, if you're the doctor on site and the nurse says no one should be giving orders to other people, but I think spent all my time in medical school to specifically know how to do this, to inform you on the steps you need to take in this operation. Some people should give orders to other people.
In this situation, he basically is I think he's talking about the implication of the society, how these horrible people get to do all this horrible things because they're in charge.
What you're saying
know?
here is also agreeing with me. As I said, it's a comment in a vacuum, and then you then had to explain the comment because it exists in a vacuum. I mean,
No, it
how
actually has
about
the
this?
context
How
of the
about this?
actions
Cri-
and the
how about
time and
this?
place it happens. How
Crisis
can it be a
response.
vacuum?
It's a vacuum because he's saying it to nobody and in regards to nothing.
No, he literally saying that.
How about this? Nobody in that final dark ending was giving orders to anybody else.
No, he's saying in response to what the young girl is saying. It's like, oh, I guess I don't know what to do with myself. I have to go back to my family. And the retainer who's like, well, it's like, well,
Sis, what are you
should
going to
what-
do? I'm not, you probably shouldn't be asking those questions. Well, I'm
Yeah.
probably going to, don't want to know. That's essentially the conversation. And then he
Yeah,
walks
I
out
don't know.
saying no one should give orders to anybody else. It's a comment in a vacuum. It's not in response to anything. This whole story arc wasn't about the evil of people giving orders. It was more to what you were saying before, the evil of rich people that are bored. It wasn't about them ordering people around. It was about them
he was
inflicting their own boredom on people.
I mean, I think you're taking the word ordering too literally because they do have the
I'm
power and they
taking it
use
into
it.
the context of a statement like that being made. In the statement that the way Griff would take that statement, let's say. And I know that makes no sense to the people who aren't here for the Griffin stuff. Griffin is an anarchist that we both know. Also a weird thing to say. Well, he is an anarchist, and we both know him. It's not untrue.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that.
Now that is more in a vacuum because if you don't have the context to know Griffin was here and that he's an anarchist, and you say, "Oh, Griffin is just an anarchist that we know," it's like, okay, that's a report. Oh, and now you're going to give me the context.
No, I would also then argue that the previous 2 episodes may have been the context where they're like, "Give me some sake," and then she says, "Okay, whatever the other girl's name was, go get that sake," and I was like, "I don't want to," Maybe that would have been the context. But that was an episode removed from this statement. And this whole episode, they don't do any of that order bullshit that they do in the previous episodes.
And also, I think the reason why she was strangling the servant girl was because she said, "Oh, you're always looking like me like that, like you're defying me. I'm gonna,
Okay, now you're just reading into it, and that's not something she said. It's not something she said, and I do not think. I mean, well, one, I think any interpretation works there. I'm not going to say your interpretation's wrong. I'm just saying that that's inference, and it's not blatantly said. I'm saying the statement's in a vacuum because in the episode that it's given, it doesn't really apply to the events that are happening, and it just feels like almost useless faff. Like, it's just a cool statement that really applies to a lot of people, but not really everything. Because, again, you do need people in charge giving orders in places. Crisis response, for example. You can't have everybody saying everything and trying to do everything. You're gonna fucking lose whoever you're trying to save. You need... I'm just saying, it doesn't work in all situations, and the fact that he doesn't equivocate it with a very specific thing going on implies that it's not itself a direct statement towards anything. God, we should probably get rid of landed gentry. People shouldn't be giving orders to other people, He should equate it to something. Like he's, as you point out, you think he's looking at what, Kyoto?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe equate the statement to what you're looking at. This is what happens when people get too much power. People should not be in charge of other people. Equate it a bit. He's making it snippet worthy. So you could quote the episode.
He's making a pithy statement, and the problem with pithy statements is they can miss the mark.
That's why I said it becomes faff. It's a cool little thing to pull out of your pocket.
Or the medicine box in his back. Either one.
Was he wearing it at the end?
Yeah, he's carrying it.
I don't think he left the building with it.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Also, I certainly didn't see him picking all of his shit up. Like, did he lose all 700 gliders that he had in one drawer? By the way, the box that is the TARDIS.
I guess.
So remember, there was 8 rows deep of gliders around the entire thing that they were in.
He's a magical medicine.
Well, obviously, he's an elf
person.
All right. That was the final comment from Lessons that turned out to be 10 minutes long. So once again, I've been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?